What's going on? What's going on? Chef Joseph the Entrepreneur back at you again with another video. Chef Joseph the Entrepreneur back at you again with another video. Man, how y'all feeling today? Ask yourself, how are you feeling today? Are your goals accomplished? You know, what you set out to do, did you accomplish your goals? That's a word you don't hear too much anymore, is people having goals. Speaking of goals, part of my background, got a lot of shifting going on back here, vision stuff happening. So anyway, so disregard the background. Yeah, entrepreneur, you need your space to be able to think, and to create. But hopefully your goals have been accomplished. Hopefully you're in a good space. Good, great. But I want to talk to y'all about something that it disturbed me. Actually, it disturbed me of what I witnessed. And though a lot of people may not care, a lot of people may not even be paying attention, but I'm going to talk about it today. Like and subscribe to the channel. And thanks to the new subscribers, by the way. Again, read in the description. You'll see what I'm all about. This channel, you see what it's about. It's real stuff. It's basically the building from the entrepreneur from the ground up. Basically, you'll read about it. Yeah, became an indie filmmaker. Yeah, literally, real talk. Yeah, working on some stuff here. Yeah. Anyway, back to the subject. So, I want to talk to y'all about something that really disturbed me. That I seen yesterday, and it was not a laughing matter, because I'm seeing the deeper side of this thing. My friend Mary years ago, she used to say, sometimes you have to see and don't see. But the thing is with that is once your eyes open, you can't close them, because you gonna notice everything. It's what it is. You wake up inside the matrix, and yeah, which way you gonna go, who you gonna choose to serve, all this kind of stuff. So but I want to talk to y'all about something that's real, you know what I'm saying, and I hope that y'all can follow along with me, because again, I come from the bottom on this thing. I still have a child that I was not allowed to see behind a vindictive mother, behind a mother who falsely accused me of some stuff just to keep me away. Not because there was evidence or anything, not because the child said anything. It was straight up being vindictive. And you could look at that story if you go back to the probably sometime last year I did it. It's called I Have Three Letters. Check that video out. And no shade to our sisters, but I had a situation going on that that was not cool. But anyway, that's another story. But check that video out. I don't know why I went there, but hey, there it was. So, but I know why I went there. I went there because I was looking at something that happened to me yesterday, which that triggered what I just said about my daughter, and which leads into the title for today. And here's the title. I was gonna do a different video, but I was like, yo, this just hit me. I was like, yo, I just gotta go ahead and do this one. So the title of this video is called Our Babies Can't Count. I know the word is cannot, but our babies cannot count. Let's just leave it right there. Our babies cannot count. Our babies cannot count. All right, let's go in, Chef, on this one. I'm going to slow roll this thing because I take this personal, because you're talking to a father who, because of a vindictive mother, I wasn't allowed to be there. Well, I could be there, but she made it so hard. So that male presence, was not there. And it wasn't by my choice. I'm saying that to say our babies can't count. I don't know if this young lady grew up in a 1 or 2 parent household. Not sure. I didn't ask. But I can just tell you that yesterday I was I was craving some McDonald's French fries for some reason. It's like, man, I ain't had no French fries in a long time, you know. And I don't really eat, I don't really eat meat or anything, but I do, sometimes I like the French fries and stuff. And so I go through the drive-through, and and next thing you know, it like we're sitting there for like 12 or 13 minutes, and I'm like, this is crazy. Like, are they really backed up? You know what I'm saying? And I was telling you, man, it was just a long wait just for a drive-through. And then one lady pulled up, and I guess they took her order real quick, and she left before me. And I'm like, I was in line first. Usually they take, whoever pulls up first, and in that way. But when I got to the window, I was kind of curious to know, like, because I've been in the restaurant business. I'm an entrepreneur, a restaurateur. And so from processing and health department codes, all that, I know it. And then, you talking about cash registers and POS systems. Yeah, it pretty much in today's time, a lot of that stuff will spell it out to you. You put a $10 bill in, hit $10, it'll tell you $2.66 for change. So so when I get to pay for the French fries, I I seen the young lady was like struggling to count, and the manager was like standing beside her, like almost teaching her. She was like, "Well, how much change does he get?" And she just stopped and froze and just looked, like with a blank stare. She kind of looked at me because it was slightly embarrassing. God, I know it probably was, but she, it's two situations I'm gonna talk about that happened at that same McDonald's too, for real. Um, so so she looked kind of at me, but she didn't want to look at me because I'm sure it was embarrassing. And then this other manager was like standing there like, okay, she wasn't too impatient, but you could see the manager was like, y'all got me somebody in the drive-through window who cannot count. That's the expression she had. I'm not saying that's what she was thinking. And I seen this little baby, this young girl, this young lady, like what, 14, 15, 16, 16-ish maybe. And this baby couldn't count. Okay, fast forward. You want your Birkin bags? Or have Birkin bags. I don't keep up with the style. You want your Birkin bag? You want your polos? Gotta have them J's. Gotta have that 600. What? I think somebody said the iPhone something's like $1,600. 4G. Probably $300 maybe. And it gets the job done. I purchased it years ago. And it works fine. But you need your Birkin bags, need your slides, need your J's. I'm going somewhere with this, y'all. Like and subscribe to this channel, right? Gotta have that new whip. Gotta get my hair did. Gotta get my nails did. But our babies can't count. Babies can't count, yo. Oh, but you got your bags though. Got your Birkin bag. I ain't gonna say what I want to say. Babies can't count. So and I asked the young lady. I asked her. Okay, yeah, well, that's the next lady. Excuse me, the next young lady. And but anyway, yeah, I did ask her. That's what it was. This is the first lady. So when I seen her, and I was like, "You okay?" When I seen she was kind of like feeling a certain type of way. I don't know how this baby gonna make it out here. I really don't. But I asked her, "Are you okay?" And she's like, "Yeah." Wait, where I'm in at? Where was I at? I wasn't allowed to be there. But if y'all got children and stuff like that, as entrepreneurs, parents, try to work that thing out. You ain't gotta be together. Just be there for that child. I missed it. Look at my video. I have 3 letters. Guess what they are? That tell you exactly what happened to me. But when I see this generation, it's like it's disheartening. Of course, there's been a hell of an effort to keep us away from our children. to divide our families up, all kind of stuff. That's real talk, and a lot of that is blamed on that. But to the young men out here, you can walk around with your pants hanging off your butt, whatever you got going on. You know what I'm saying? You need to be learning the craft and be in your children's lives. I'm an advocate for that. So I go pull up to the second window, and that was sad enough to see that. So pull up to the second window where I was picking up the food. Now I'm gonna say without saying, because I don't have anything against anybody and what they choose, whatever their preference is, heterosexual, male, female, whatever. That's not my lane. I'm a heterosexual, black, African American, well, not African American, but original Aboriginal man, type of thing. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm native to this land. And I grew up in a certain time that, you know, is right or left or right. You know what I'm saying? Now look, here we go. It just hit me right. So even when you're driving in your car, you have a left turn signal and a right turn signal. How many of y'all got signals that's in between? Oh, I'm not gonna turn left. I'm not gonna turn right, but I just want to keep it in neutral. The turn signal now. How that's gonna work? Even the scripture talk about choose ye this day who you will serve. And I think it's very unfortunate from what I've seen from the second window, because I seen a young lady that seemed to be bright. And again, this is no shade to any community whatsoever. But what I'm saying is there are things out here that have been normalized like it's normal when it's effing not normal, period. That's it. You gotta be able to repopulate. Hello. It takes a male and a female to repopulate. Well, I'm not gonna get to that other conversation, but of course some other things are happening where they're trying to remove a component and then put something in place of that component to produce a whole new situation when, yeah, taking the human aspect out of it. I'll just say it that way. And I seen this young lady, she was just like, she was doing her thing. You got see she had a light. She was the one that was handing the food out, right? And as a man, of course you see certain things, you know what I'm saying? You can pick up on body language, etc. And then I seen someone appeared to be in this particular community that was like medium pressing this chick. Now she had the window, and this other one or person, another young lady, is pressing her like up on her, like. And first of all, from a business perspective, it's not cool. Okay, again, I don't care what anyone do. It's like, people live your life. Couple things wrong with that picture. One, because if you are serving customers, whatever you got going on outside of the job, it needs to be some type of line separation or something. But to be up in a drive-through window all pressed up and all this, I'm like, and this our babies. These girls like 16, 17. Again, this is nothing against any other community whatsoever. I came up in a time, like I said, you have a left turn signal and a right turn signal. But then to see this whole press on our children who it may appear to be normal, see what I'm saying? When in actuality, y'all know the answer to that question. You know what I'm saying? And so, but our babies can't count. And so I want to drop this video, share what I had going on up in my brain about what happened yesterday. And I want y'all to be, really be cognizant of, like, just because you got it going on, just because you got your BMW, you got your little motorcycle, you got your little camera phone, you think you got it together. But our babies are out here, they going to be chewed up, man, because they're going to be out here left in the wind with no one to teach them right from wrong, no one to teach them to count, because the world is moving so fast, they just pass the children through school pretty much like assembly line. Speaking of children on the assembly line, I like that video, Pink Floyd. Yeah, I know the message is a whole other thing. We don't need, Pink Floyd is the name of the group. We don't need education. We don't need no education. Hey, teacher, leave us kids alone. I mean, it was a bad jam. You know what I'm saying? But check that video out, Pink Floyd. But anyway, I wanted to share this video with y'all because my babies can't count. And to those of you all who know, you know that you know the right way, you need to be sharing that with our children before it's too late. You know, I can tell you that everything that I do is for a purpose. Everything that I do is for a purpose, like for real, as an entrepreneur. You know, but I just want to share that with you all. Like and subscribe to the channel. Our babies can't count, right? And y'all got children around you, you know, teach them. And that, oh yeah. Last point before I get up, before I get out of here. This is why I talk about what? Entrepreneurship. Oh, it's too hard, chef. Well, it ain't too hard to carry that Birkin bag with whatever your clog shoes in it. You know, I'm just using that for an example. That's not too heavy to carry. It ain't too heavy to carry when your pants is below your belt. You know what I'm saying? But we have a responsibility, see what I'm saying, to help nurture our children. And this is why entrepreneurship, back to what I was saying, is the key. You have to leave something for our children's children. Hello to you Christians. I'm leaving generational wealth for my children's children. But when you talk about carrying water up the mountain so we can make $20, but if somebody up on the mountain wants some water, they told me they're going to pay $20, man. All the way up there. I mean, that right there. That. So, that is on my heart today. Like to subscribe to the channel. Chef Joseph the Entrepreneur. You know, please, whatever you do, start your business, start something. And if you need some help with mapping out any of this, you can actually go to the chefjosephskicksauce.com website and shoot me an email, and I can set you up. Shoot me an email, and then we can set up on a consultation. I do consultations as well. If you need help getting on your right path to make this thing happen, you know, I can help point you in the right direction. So I think my consultations, anyways, I'll let you know all that once you email. Matter of fact, I'll tell you while you're at it. Support at chefjosephskicksauce.com. Support at chefjosephskicksauce.com. So you can email me, then I'll email you back and let you know whatever and send you the link and all that. But I'm here to help you get on your path. All right? Have a fantastic day. Our babies can't count. So while we going through our day with our Birkin bags, just know we have a responsibility, you know, to the children behind us. All right? Man, it's a pretty good video. I think I'm kind of feeling this one for some reason. I guess it really hit home with me when I really seen the situation. So, y'all have a good one. Be strong, be safe, all that good stuff. All right? Peace.